From the beginning, the Marine Corps has captured America's attention. Stepping into the spotlight over 240 years ago, Marines felt the pressure after they enlisted in the toughest branch the United States possesses. Since the birth of the Corps, November 10, 1775, in Tun Tavern, Philadelphia, Marines have proven themselves time and time again. Validation of their mental and physical strength, proven through the continuous victories throughout America's history. Being the most prestigious branch known to the U.S., in 1775, Marines had plenty of minds to convince that they were worthy of the American people's support. From the American Revolutionary War in 1775 to the very first amphibious raid in 1776 to the Battle of New Orleans in 1815, it did not take long. The Battle of New Orleans pushed American citizens' sense of patriotism. Relatively new to the grueling and stressful hardships of war, the few Marines assembled and set off to make history. General Andrew Jackson had very little resources and was heavily outnumbered, with only 4,000 troops by the British Army of 8,000. This particular battle spent a considerable amount of time brewing since Great Britain continued to meddle in American international trade, initiate issues with Native Americans, and force sailors on American vessels to enlist in the British Navy. These attacks on the U.S. forced a response, and the final straw was the British Army's part in the burning of Washington in 1814. Unable to allow these heinous acts to continue further, America declared war. Once the Battle of New Orleans commenced, General Jackson took point on defending Louisiana and defeating the British. The goal was to prevent the British from gaining control over the Mississippi River, which controlled the entire south of America's trade route. Just 2 weeks after the signing of the Treaty of Ghent, on December 24th, the most victorious battle took place. The British stormed the coast of the Gulf, January 8, 1815, heading straight towards New Orleans in hopes that if they cut off the major city, they would separate Louisiana from the U.S. What they did not know was that General Jackson, along with over 4,000 militiamen, including Marines, awaited them in the trenches of the Rodriguez Canal. Outnumbered and with insufficient supplies, General Jackson and his men fought ruthlessly. General Jackson and his men demolished British forces in under an hour. After previous defeats that occurred after the War of 1812, the Battle of New Orleans victory uplifted the spirits of American citizens throughout the U.S. and was the final armed engagement between the United States and Great Britain. After the victory in New Orleans, a ratification ceremony held on February 19, 1815, officially ended the War of 1812.
Cujo 2-1, this is Vulture. Brief. We are in contact with Stalker 2, a Marine recon platoon north of the MSR. They blasted 3 T-72s in the area. I need you to push 16 clicks north of MSR knife to map grid 257, 79 or 8. How